Men, if you go on a first date with a woman and you split the check, we got serious problems. I don't care if you have to go into debt, refinance your home, or scrub the dishes for 3 weeks. You do not allow a woman to pay on the first date, period.
The men who ask for dowry to be paid by their fiancés are usually cheats. If not, they are irresponsible, disrespectful, abusive, manipulative, and they don't love the people they are asking to pay dowry for themselves. So it's better to break up courtship or a wedding than to break a marriage. And how does a man begin to ask you for money? Obviously, this guy wants to test and see if you are easy. Hello and welcome to another marriage episode by I'm your host Berry from the Harmony Homestay Hub. So in today's video, we want to delve deep into this culture that is seriously eating up our society right now, whereby so many young girls are coming out to say, I did this thing and nobody had warned me before, but if I had known, I wouldn't have done it. So today we want to show you this red flag that if you see in your relationship while you are dating or courting, you should run for your life. Take the fastest route out of that relationship. Before we continue, I want you to grab a cup of coffee and popcorn, sit back, subscribe, like, and share with your lady friends who might need this kind of content. So let's take a listen to this.
Nita manage Simba, because all along tukidate, even if we go out for coffee or whatever, when the bill comes, who pays? Me. The day he proposed to me in 2019, we had gone out as a dual date, me, him, and a couple friend of ours. I paid for the bill. I was used to paying for the bill. I used to send him money kasimia so that zingine alipe isikae kama ni mimi ndo asiaibike mbele ya mabeshte zake. It was that crazy. But mtu angeniambia muende toka hapo, obviously like tutatoa mbuzi, tuko na pesa. I'm like, you don't worry about money, where can we get mbuzi paka that area? Tukafika tu kazi natolewa kama lori. So I'm like, tutafute mbuzi hapa to present, because you have to present an animal surely. They're like, with the money I have, because kumbuka pesa yenye niko nayo is still paying the tents, is still paying the videography and photo session, is still hakuna kitu yenye yeye analipa. Wewe unaweza lipa kidogo, nimepata photo. It's always you report to me, and then me, because I'm the one who has banki kuu la Kenya, I can harness my resources and be like, which one will I pay?
Given a shilling about that Rora show. Your story ilienda like
the friend has never returned the money.
The friend has never returned the money.
And that is how you ended up paying your own dowry.
Yes. That's how I ended up paying my own dowry. Then bringing it up later on, he's like, he's sorry. So my question was, what were you sorry for? So all along, when I'm already in marriage is when I'm noticing, this guy, he had no money to begin with. There is no money which was there. All along he was praying around with my brain. And yet he knows Emma hates shame, so he used that as a weapon to put me to a particular place whereby I feel I have no choice but to go back to my pocket and pay.
This lady, like many other ladies who get into courtships hoping for marriage soon afterwards, nobody does prepare them for this kind of thing. They find themselves in these situations and they don't know what to do. So first of all, we are in the 21st century. Is dowry still important? And is equality real? So here are two reasons why dowry is widely accepted and is expected in most cultures. One, dowry is paid by the husband-to-be or his family to the bride's family as a token of appreciation, to appreciate them for bringing up the lady well, and not really a payment, because you can't really pay for what your parents have done. Secondly, dowry is paid or accepted by the girl's family to show them that this man is ready for marriage, is responsible, and is able to take care of their daughter. So where is the line between the lady paying the dowry for herself and the man paying it? Where does that line begin? So let's start right from saying dowry is a token of appreciation. If truly dowry is a token of appreciation, then why would a lady even think of paying her own dowry? Are you trying to lie to your parents, or are you trying to cover up for a man's inadequacy? Why would you even think of that? A man asking you for money, let alone dowry, is a red flag. And you should never ever accept to give money to a man.
Oh, Charlie, I don't have the money. Figure it out. Get a job. Borrow money. Take out a loan on a credit card. I don't care if you don't have $41 to cover her meal. What is more important, the money in your pocket or the character in your heart?
To a man. Remember, in marriage, the role of a man is to protect and to provide. So a man who is not able to provide, I must say that we all run out of cash from one time to another. We become broke. But a man, if he's in love and he wants to protect, he will always ask for money from Tala, from his friends, from his relatives, his colleagues, and he can never ever imagine asking the woman for money. So how does a man begin to ask you for money? Obviously, this guy wants to test and see if you are easy to manipulate. And that way, he will ride on that. Even they have known, or they want to test if you really have money so that they know what to do. And the truth is that most of the time, the ladies that pay their own dowries, you find that they have been paying for the meals on coffee dates. They have been paying the bills everywhere they go. And then on the day of dowry payment, the guy calls you, or a day before he calls you and tells you, do you know what? I don't have money. Another thing, or another reason why you should pay
taken care of. I know this is like super provocative, but like deep down, they want a man to be able to provide for them financially.
Should a man pay on the first date?
100%. Like, what kind of a wuss beta male is splitting the check? But like, who are you? It's like, I'm just sorry. It's
Wait,
so. I would go into debt and like scrub dishes before a woman paid for it.
I split the check quite a lot.
So I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you. You guys are great. That's incomprehensible to me. I think that's
to me. I thought it was a great financial decision. I've just
so from your prism, I totally get that, and like you have really good financial discipline. I'm sorry, like I would be so humiliated if I find that to be like the greatest beta male like humiliation
to save money.
To like the idea that a woman that you're trying to court. Now, if it's like a friend thing, or
as a first date, you don't even know if she's like
matter.
The quality.
It does not matter. I'm sorry. By the way, that money you save is not worth the honor that you compromise.
Another reason why you should pay on dowry is that the minute you pay, my sister, the minute you pay, just know you've reversed the gender roles. When you get into that marriage, that man will always expect you to provide for the family. And if you're not ready for that, the more reason you should walk away before that wedding takes place. Remember, it's always better to break a wedding or to break a relationship instead of marriage. It's easier to break a relationship or a wedding than a marriage. It's better you call off the wedding than to break a marriage. So just know, any man asking you for money will always turn over all the responsibility of providing to you. Something else that is also happening is that a man who is asking you for money to pay dowry, or for any reason, that man clearly does not love you. Men have ego. They always want to have a woman they can provide for within their means, they can sustain and protect. So that is a sign of disrespect. When he's asking you for money, it means he does not feel secure with you. And more often than not, that's what the statistics show. All the while he's asking you for money, he's spending his money elsewhere on somebody else whom he loves. And while you are giving him your money, that money, his own money, or the money he's collecting from you, he's going to spend it on another girl. If you are a Bible-believing Christian, you know, even in the Bible, when Abraham sent his servant to get a wife for Isaac, it is Abraham's family that carried gifts to Rebekah's family, and not the other way around. So if the man is pretending he does not have dowry, then he carries his family to your place. It means he's also contravening the biblical principles that we believe in. It's the man's family that should pay dowry to the lady's family, and not vice versa. When a man knows you've lied to your parents and covered him, then one thing you can be sure of is that he knows you can lie over and over again, or you can cover him in many other situations. So the best thing to do, if he's saying this on the dowry payment day or a day before, just tell your parents the truth and tell them, I'm sorry, the person who was coming to pay dowry is not ready. It's better they know the truth now than later. Don't get into a relationship that will exploit you in future. Ladies, the solution is with us. It's us to stand our ground firmly and be the person you're supposed to be. If a man tells you he does not have dowry and he loves you, tell him, since you're not ready, I'm going to give you time to get ready, because clearly he's not ready for that marriage. If today he's asking for dowry, or is manipulating or luring you into paying your own dowry, what do you think he's not going to do in the future? Do you think that's the kind of person who will take kids to school? The person who will buy or build a home? Do you think that's the person who's going to take care of you and protect you in the future? Give him time to get ready, and you should agree openly how long it will take until he's ready. If he walks away at that point, they should know that was the wrong person. And from my friends and even some relatives and neighbors, I'm seeing a trend where if a man does that, if he asks you for money and you give him, and I want to be very clear on this. I'm talking to people who are still courting, not people who are already married. In marriage, you have to support each other, of course, but within certain limits. So if you find yourself in that situation, do not forget my words. It's better to break up courtship or a wedding than to break a marriage. And going forward, I want us to have a conversation with one person. If you're a lady out there listening to me and you paid your own dowry and you got into that marriage and you've succeeded, can you come out so that we can have a conversation on this bench and for everybody to see that it's happening? But from the statistics that I've seen, and I believe lots of other people have seen outside here, the men who ask for dowry to be paid by their fiancés are usually cheats. If not, they are irresponsible, disrespectful, abusive, manipulative, and they don't love the people they are asking to pay dowry for themselves. So subscribe, like, share this video, because next video we are going to talk about why you shouldn't live under a man's roof unless you are legally or properly married. Why a lady should not live under a man's roof under any circumstances unless they have married you properly in church and via legal means. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.